Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris, man, and as always, I thank you for coming to my channel. Today, I'm going to share an interesting story with you. And, one of my sayings is, I don't know who you think I am. I'm going to tell you who I'm not. Stupid. I have not been late with a bill or credit card in over 20 years. 100% of the time, it gets there more than enough time, And one of my credit cards, which I just canceled, the company is PR0PSER, PR0PSER. They're crooks. They're scam. They're just practicing deceptive practices. And I'm going to contact the Better Business Bureau tomorrow morning and file a formal complaint. Because what they're trying to pull is some bullshit. Like I said, I've never been late with a bill in over 20 years. Because as you get older, you realize how important your credit is. And it's like, don't be slacking off. So 20 plus years, I have not been late as much as late with nothing. My rent, my mortgage, bills, credit card bills. So last month, I got my bill. It was like $40 late fee. I'm like, late fee. So I contacted them and they tried to pull this. And I can see why it's a scam, a good scam, unless you, the customer, go the extra mile to prove that your invoice got there in a timely manner. My bill is due on the 23rd. I always mail it more than enough time, So they said, we didn't get it. Now, that's where the scam comes in. Unless you do what I do now with certain cards, they will get you because you can't prove to them when your letter got there. So they're going to try to blame it on the post office, And you say to yourself, well, maybe the post office was a little late. And they never late. I've never had any problems with the post office. So I said, this is what I'm going to do next month. I'm going to send that invoice off with priority tracking to prove when it got to the post office. So I mailed it on January the 6th. Priority mail, it'll get there no later than the 9th. So I was able to pull up the numbers and find out that my letter got there on the 9th. They didn't come to pick it up from the post PO box to the 26th. My due date is the 23rd. So they deliberately didn't pick it up and then had the audacity to try to charge me because they didn't pick it up. And that's what probably happened the last month, because I'm like, I can't prove that it got to the post office at that time. This month, I'm going to prove it. So it came today, $40 extra more. What the? So I called, before I called them, I went in and pulled up the numbers. Like I said, it got there on the 10th. They didn't pick it up till the 26th, 3 days after the fact. So instead of being honest and making the adjustments to say, well, it was already here. So, we're going to honor him and not zap him with a late fee, which he don't deserve. So in order to safeguard yourself against this scam here, you got to put your invoice in tracking, in priority. So you can prove in court and to them that this was here on this date. Nobody came to pick this up till almost 20 days later. And they did that deliberately. It wasn't that they was falling behind or slow, And I told the lady, I said, I'm going to file a Better Business Bureau complaint because this is deception, And the reason why you got away with it the first time, because I couldn't prove when the letter got there. So you guys was going to conveniently blame the post office and say, well, it just got here, So, be careful. Be careful of that company. I can't believe that companies that will stoop this low. I mean, really, because I'm like, I'm never late. I'm never, ever late. Never, ever, ever, ever late. And that's what they're doing. They're deliberately picking up the mail after the fact, after the due date, and then try to stick you with it. I'm like, how stupid do y'all think I am? You me the first time, and you think you're going the second time? And that's why I safeguarded myself this time when I melted on the 6th, because I'm like, I'm not going to have any more of these issues of late fees because I shouldn't have got it in the first place, And then they said to me, well, we already pardoned you for one late fee. I wasn't late the first time, so we can't, pardon you this time. I'm like, okay. And then we kept talking, and then the more I told them about my documentation, and I'm not the guy to be messed with when it comes to this, I'm not stupid. I'll take you to court in a minute and file that complaint, which I'm going to do. Then by the end of the conversation, okay, we'll go ahead. You should have done that in the first place. Matter of fact, it shouldn't have happened in the first place. And this was done deliberately. It's just like with DH Gate, I paid them, and then they dragging their feet. I don't know when we're going to get this guitar made. I'm like, okay. I went back to DH Gate because DH Gate, they're not the company. They're the ones that organize it to, companies in China and Japan that are making guitars. So when I went back and told them, now they give me the runaround. They didn't want to be bothered with me neither now. After they got my money. I'm like, okay. So then I posted a video like I'm doing here on YouTube, and they seen it the same day. Please take that video down and we give you your money. And I took it down, but I posted up another one to tell you guys why I took it down. So, they're not getting off scot-free. They thought that nobody else was going to see that video. They didn't, but they seen the second video, which was more damning than the first one, because that's one of my pet peeves when people think they can just, your money. Really, it's like, you're not entitled to my money, but you think you are. Get out of my face with that, because I don't play that, man. When you start playing with the money and messing with the money, you're going to deal with me, And they don't think that people realize the recourses that they have, like a lot of the people on Reverb. I ain't going to send your money back, okay? You think you aren't, I ran into quite a few of those on Reverb. It's not the site and the people that work for Reverb. They do a great job of doing things. It's some of their sellers. They think that they can just keep your money. One guy told me, I'll send you a partial. No, you sending me all my money back and you getting all your junk back. Just that simple. I'm not keeping this. Why I'm going to keep something that ain't working? That really pisses me off, So I quickly canceled that credit card. And this time next year, all my credit cards will be paid off. It's not a whole lot, but I'm like, I'm tired of this. Right now I'm dealing with some health issues. So I ain't got time to be on the phone for an hour arguing with people, But they think that you do, and they don't think that you're aware of what you can do to protect yourself, because they honestly was not going to waive this second late fee, even when it's clearly it's their fault. We know 100% sure it's their fault, because I got proof, I got documentation. That letter got there on the 9th. And nobody showed up to pick up the PO, the letters from their PO box to the 26th, well after the fact of my due date, and they still gonna try to charge me. That's really real. But just be careful. Because it's like gone are the days of big reputable companies being totally honest and fair. I mean, they are some of them now are really set out to scam and deceive you. And this is a case. You got that written all over it. It wasn't an oversight. It's the second month. I'm like, how long y'all think y'all gonna keep trying to get $40 extra out of me? But I'm signing off now. But be careful out there. I pay very close attention to my credit card bills lately, and I won't say half, or close to almost about maybe half of half. You got to watch them. You look up and you got stuff on your bill that shouldn't be there. My PayPal MasterCard, I had to cancel. I didn't cancel it, but I put a freeze on it. Somebody or somebody's had charged over $1,000. And I got another one. I said, I need y'all to send me an invoice for every transaction I did over the last 12 months. That was 2 months ago. I ain't heard from them. Because I'm like, my bill shouldn't be this high. I can't even think of things to have had charged on here to run it up this high. So I'm gonna have to contact them again, and have to light a fire under them, because I'm 100% sure that all those charges I didn't charge. Same thing with my MasterCard, PayPal. Close to $1,000 that was charged for somebody else. And I'm gonna say this, then I'm gonna sign off. I'm like, how are they able to do this? I got my physical card in my wallet. I'm not at the store. They need that 3-digit code in the back. How is this possible that this is getting through? And this lady said this, and it made a lot of sense. And this is one reason why I don't try to do is I try not to do a whole lot of stuff on the computer, on the internet, because they hack you. She said that it's not that they're stealing from you or getting that information. They're getting it from perhaps a reputable company that you do business with, like a good example, Guitar Center. I even remember Guitar Center saying that your account has been compromised, change your password. They would steal from them your information and then they go shopping, because all that stuff is there and they steal it from there. They don't steal it from you, I'm like, well, thanks for letting me know that, But I'm going to sign off now, but be careful out there. This is the era of pure deception, pure deception. Take care.